wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, how have you been? I hope all of you here are in a healthy and happy conditions. There are so many things we can do to make our life happy and healthy. One of the simplest things we can do is by smiling. Why smiling, everybody? Because when we smile, we give positive energy to our body. So if there is positive energy in our body, it will reflect positive impact to your face as well as to your body. So please, starting from now on, smile to everybody near you every day or even every single minute to make yourself happy and healthy. Okay, everybody, in this first meeting of Bahasa and Sastra Inggris class, I'm going to tell you about the material which is actually we often find in our real life. Okay, look at the picture. Have you ever done this kind of thing? Yes. We ever come to this kind of place? For example, in our real life, we find it in a bank, or perhaps in a hospital, or perhaps in a school, or something else. But taken for example, it is at a bank. When we are at the bank, there must be two kind of persons. The first person becomes the persons working at bank, and then another one's the persons coming to the bank. Okay, just say that they are teller and customer. When those two persons are doing something at a bank, for example, doing transactions, there must be some requirements to make their transaction successful. Look at the persons. The teller and the customers were talking about the things that they have to fulfill on the paper, yellow paper. You can see on the paper. Okay, that is yellow paper. And then after that, after they are finishing writing something on the paper, they make it is used or they assume that it is one of the requirements to do bank transaction. Okay, dealing with this, what is another things that you often do in your life? For example, I'm sorry. For example, what do you do when you register to your school? Do you ever fill a form when you register to your school? For example, before you come to SMA Jatilawang, you were demanded to do form registration as the new students. And then what do you write in your form? And then what kind of form, another forms I think, do you ever fulfill in your life? For example, after you entering your school, you are demanded to do or to fulfill a form for your extracurricular program, and then for your identity card. So there are so many things you can do to make your registrations. That is the real example that you often do in your real life. And then how about this one? So dealing with these conditions or these examples for this moment or this meeting, we are going to learn about form. This is the material in chapter 1, and in this material or at the end of this lesson, I hope all of you here are able to write down your identity to fulfill an online form. So this is our learning objective after joining these lessons or this meeting. Okay, everybody, look at this one. Form. Okay. As I know, as you know, as everybody knows, form. From when we take a look from the dictionary, form is defined as an official document containing questions and spaces for answers. So in our language, forms is called as isian atau formulir. So I hope and I'm really sure that all of you here have known about this kind of things. Okay, there are some kind of forms that you often found in your real life before, and then after this I'm sure that you will know much after you learn about this material. Okay, for example, school or course registration. As I told you before, when you register to your school or your course, you are demanded to do school registrations, or you are demanded to fulfill form. This is used this is used by the institution to gain or to get your information, your personal information. You can imagine if the schools doesn't have any information about you yourself, and then someday our school needs your information, so it will make the institution in chaos. Okay, the second one is curriculum vitae. Okay, perhaps this is your first time hearing the name curriculum vitae, but actually in Indonesia, I'm sure you often hear about this terminology. Curriculum vitae is called as daftar riwayat hidup in our life. So this kind of document is usually used by people when they are planning to enroll or to register or to apply a certain job vacancy. So except the applications letter that they have to send to the job vacancy institution, they have also to make or to send the curriculum vitae. Okay, that's curriculum vitae. And then the third one is applications for scholarship. Application for scholarship, as we know, application means something that we have to enroll, and then scholarship is something we have to do dealing with the school program, which is free, which is not without any payment. That is scholarship. When you want to get a scholarship from your school or even from your place, you are demanded to do or to send or to apply the form, including your personal information. Okay, the fourth one is application for bank account. Yes, this is our very first example that I showed to you, that application for opening bank account. Application for opening bank account is, for example, when you want to make a new bank account, so you will be given a formulaire for a form, yes, or formulaire in our bahasa, or form, and then you are demanded to fulfill all of the information needed by the bank. Okay, and then the last one is application for making identity card. Yes, this is very simple. For example, you as a student, as a senior high school student, when you are going to make identity card, you are demanded to fulfill your identity information. For example, starting from your name or full name, of course, and then your nickname, and then after that your address. After your address, perhaps it can be your nationality, your religion, and also etc. So this will be used. This will be used as the school information related with your identity card. Okay, everybody. Those are some kinds of form that you often find in your real life. Okay, and then now I want to show you the example of the form. For example, this one. This is example of bank form. Yes, of course, it is very different with the bank form that we usually find in Indonesia, because in Indonesia we still use our language, that is our bahasa Indonesia, and then it is combined with English. But in certain bank, they are still using single language, that is bahasa Indonesia. So never mind, but why this is important for you to know? Because if someday when you are going to head or to go to other countries, and then you need to make or to open bank account. So it is very possible if you are demanded to do this kind of thing to fulfill a bank account form. So this is very example. So in this kind of form, you are going to ask so many things dealing with your personal information until your purpose of making bank form. Okay, this is the example of bank form. And then how about this, everyone? Yes, this is passport. Perhaps you really often hear about the word passport. Yes, passport. In our country, passports is always used to do a traveling. So when we are going to travel from our country to other country or other countries, yes, of course, uh, we are demanded or we have to have passport. So when we make passport in the office, there are some information starting from your name and then your nationality, your date of birth, and then the day or the date when you make the passport, and then until the date of expiration, and then also the nation that issue the passport. So this is very important when you are going to go abroad and then you are demanded to make a passport. And then the next is visa. Yes, this is also one of the document or official document that we often find in our real life. It is not the same with the passport. Actually, visa is also used to go abroad, but it is not to travel. But it is as the letter of permissions if you are going to come to certain country. For example, when you want to go abroad to Thailand, if you want to go to Thailand, you only need to have passport. For the visa, no, because Thailand belongs to ASEAN. But if you want to come to abroad and then the country are not belong to ASEAN, so you have to have visa. So this is very important. And then guys, now this is the very simple example of form, that is student form that I told you. Perhaps you ever fill this kind of form and then you submit it to your school, and then by school it is used as the school document, which is very important to keep your information if someday there is need of your information. So this is the example of student form. Okay everybody, this is our material about form, and I hope all of you here have understood about what and how the form is used in our country and also in other countries. For more your understanding about this material, here I have provided an exercise. So after understanding this material, perhaps if you haven't understood yet, you may replay this video, and then after that you try to do this exercise. Please fill an online form in the link that I have provided here in chapter 1 exercise. You may just click and then you fill the informations of the forms that I need to know about you yourself. As this is our first meeting, so I don't only need your personal information, but I also need your characteristic of you yourself. So please, for your exercise, answer the questions, and then good luck for your activities. Okay everyone, finally we come to the end of our lessons. I hope this material is meaningful for you and can bring insight for you your life. So one day if you go to somewhere or some places which are which are demanding you to do something dealing with the form, you don't get confused with this one. For the real example of further examples about form, I will give you later by giving you the picture of the forms that I have collected. After this, I will send you to the Google Classroom forum. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice day. Good luck for your activities. And remember, keep learning English with or without me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.